Previously on this adventure, I met up in Farmington, New Mexico with 100 other Jeeps for the 2019 JP Magazine Jeep Dirt and Drive event and had a great adventure on Skinny Canyon Trail. After completing the trail, we headed on a very scenic backroads drive north towards Colorado to go explore another trail. But it wasn't until we arrived in Montrose, Colorado that the event coordinators told us what our trail options were for the next day. In this video, I would take on what would become the most extreme trail I've ever tackled. Stay tuned. So we're here at the Montrose, Colorado Fairgrounds. We're all lined up for the next leg of our trail event. We're going to divide up in here into a couple groups. And originally we were going to do a trail called Calamity Canyon, but that group is pretty full and they asked us to do the harder trail, which is Die Trying, which is a little intimidating, but we understand it's like 1.2 miles of the Rubicon, so it should be pretty interesting. I'm really excited, but I gotta tell you guys, the drive up here this morning from Cortez, Colorado was beautiful. We were up through the mountains, just the scenery, we got a little snow. It was very cold up there, but the drive here was amazing. But now I'm looking forward to going and getting a little flexy because yesterday the suspension and tires performed amazing. I think they're going to do just as well today. This should be a great day, guys. It was a few miles down the road from the fairgrounds until we ventured off the pavement and about 30 minutes along a winding, dusty, bumpy dirt road. When we arrived to the trailhead, I was thinking to myself, it would be like a short technical section of the Rubicon. Now, I hadn't had an opportunity to do any research on this trail. I was just speculating. Boy, was I wrong. Die Trying Trail is 1.2 miles of some of the most extreme off-roading the U.S. has to offer. Some have coined this trail one of the most difficult around. 37-inch tires, short wheelbase, high clearance, full armor, front and rear lockers are absolutely minimum requirements here. Our guide Terry has been running this trail for many, many years, and while he didn't have a Jeep, which that's a little ironic considering this is a Jeep Dirt and Drive event, his Ford Bronco was not only beautiful but extremely capable. You would think by the looks of his Ford Bronco build that I would have clued in a little better about just how crazy this trail was going to be. This trail is a 9 out of 10 all day long and there are no bypasses. Once you are in the trail, you are pretty much committed unless you decide to turn around. Only a couple yards in, and Terry had to do a quick repair of his locking hub. It was an easy fix and done in quick order, and we were soon inching our way along the trail again. That would be one of many trail repairs that would be made on this day. Now I mentioned that having 37-inch tires really is the minimum here, but if you are a long wheelbase vehicle like a four-door Jeep, having 40s will help you out significantly. My buddy Adam had a much easier go of these obstacles than I did. A two-door on 37s is much easier to manage. Interestingly enough, Terry told me that of all the years he's been taking people here on this trail, he has only once ever brought a four-door Jeep through this trail, and of course I was the first knucklehead to have a rooftop tent on and try to tackle it. Greg, who I had just met, has a beautiful TJ truck build he brought along for the event, properly named Frankenbrute. And while he is not scared at all to wheel this thing and put it through its paces, after a A little less than a quarter mile in, he realized that this Jeep was just going to be too top heavy to continue. He turned around, but he did end up walking the rest of the trail, helped spot and stack rocks when needed. I really look forward to the opportunity to wheel with him again sometime soon in the future. Great guy.
This is good stuff.
This is the good stuff, right?
Turn passenger a little bit. That's good right there. Nice and easy, straight forward.
If you look closely here at Adam's front wheels, you'll see that they don't appear to be locked. And while he thought he had his lockers engaged, come to find out the front electronic locker connector had worked its way loose. We eventually found the problem, and once we did, it made a world of difference for him crawling through the rocks.
When you come off of it, be real gentle. All right. Okay, driver.
Choosing the right line through this trail is not easy to do. Even with a good spotter, every once in a while you get hung up. This would be one of 2 times during this short 1.2 miles that I would be breaking out my winch today. I was thankful for all my Under Armour. It sure took a beating on this trail.
Just real slow, we're gonna crawl this. Corey, you clear?
Yep.
Stay straight, stay forward until we get up on this here.
Yep.
There you go. Watch that door.
I'm gonna go help these guys out down
Yes,
here.
sir.
He's clear.
Good job.
Up a little bit. There you go. Go forward, now come down. There you go.
Adam noted I had some fluid on the inside of my right passenger front tire, and after a quick inspection, come to find out my lower brake line had come just a little bit loose and was spitting it out. I'm really glad he caught it because losing my brakes here would have been trouble.
Perfect, Brad. Just a rocker. Easy. That's not what I want.
There were more times than I can count that all of us had to, at some point, back up, reset, and choose a new line. Honestly, I learned a lot on this trail because oftentimes what I thought would be the best line ended up not being correct. Terry was extremely helpful on putting me in a good position to set me up for the next upcoming obstacle. An experienced spotter is one of the best things to bring with you on a trail like this. Tryin is without a doubt the most extreme trail I've ever been on, and big thanks to my spotter Terry. Going through there was no joke. I mean, the Rubicon doesn't even compare to this. We've still got a little ways to go. They tell me it gets a little easier, but we've already had to winch once and we've already had to stack a couple rocks, but I'm having a blast. That's the good news.
Oh, that works way better with lockers. Passenger now? Straightforward. Now the rock slider's on top of the rock. That's the rock slider, not the door.
Want to rock it?
Yeah. It's right there. It's got it.
Sorry, Randy. I had a whole rock in place in it. I was like, what the fuck were you doing? Easy, there you go.
Woo! JKs.
They look great parked in malls.
They do look great parked in the mall. Good? Good?
Okay guys, we are near one of the obstacles here, the last one on the trail, and this rock right here used to be over there. So things have gotten a little interesting on working our way through here. Adam's gonna give it a shot here. We'll see if we can get through on the first try.
Watch the rear, make sure we don't flex.
I'm good on the rear.
Driver a little bit, right there. Go real easy because it's going to get super tippy. But what we're going to try to do is get you up there, get you skidded up on the rock sliders and everything, and then drag you across.
Now, I'll be honest, after watching Adam go through here, I wasn't sure how this was gonna go. These are two massive rocks and I was gonna get a little tipsy. We all kind of thought that I would be breaking out the winch and just kind of slowly dragging the Jeep through. But you know what? My silver Jeep impressed the heck out of me the whole way through this trail, and to our surprise, it actually made easy work of this obstacle. I love my little Jeep.
Yeah!
Woo!
Driver a little.
Don't.
Heck yeah.
We're having fun now. There's a rear dip. Ah. Beautiful. Perfect. Keep it lift.
The end of the trail is just a nice easy waterfall. Well, I don't know if it's easy, but anything seems easy after what we just did. But it's a little waterfall climb to get you out and back on the dirt road. Tryin Trail is a great trail, and a huge thanks to our spotter Terry. He really worked some magic getting my Jeep through here without any body damage. The next day on the Dirt and Drive event, the group was heading for an 8-hour scenic drive through the Colorado mountains and some back dirt roads. Because my wife and good buddy Marco had already arrived in Moab, along with Adam's wife, we opted to head straight to Utah and skip the long drive. This was a really amazing adventure, and if you ever get the opportunity, you really should try the Jeep Dirt and Drive. I hope you enjoyed this adventure. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button, and always remember to travel the trails responsibly. Thanks for watching.